Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad.
I want to talk about Team America World Police, which is 10 years old this year, and which was to have been shown next week on Christmas Day at the Alamo Drafthouse in Austin, Texas, as well as some other cinemas in the United States, because Sony Pictures, which has made a film called The Interview, as you probably know, the movie has been cancelled. The movie will now never get a cinema release or a DVD release. It probably will not get a release in any form whatsoever, other than perhaps on a leaked illegal copy online. Now, the reason why it's being pulled is because a group calling itself the Guardians of Peace, who are the people responsible for the recent Sony hack of all the internal documents and emails from within Sony Pictures, they basically targeted the film called The Interview and said you cannot show it because it's offensive to North Korea, which people, of course, were then led to believe that perhaps Guardians of Peace are somehow connected with North Korea, but that hasn't actually been proved or disproved, so no one quite knows. So the Alamo Draft House in Texas wanted to make the best of a bad situation, and not being able to show The Interview, said, well, why don't we show Team America World Police?
Durka Durka.
Funny comedy involving North Korea. And it is it's a funny movie. And now that's not even going to happen because Paramount Pictures, who made Team America, has said, no, you can't even do that. Now, Paramount Pictures wasn't even the target of the Guardians of Peace hack. The Guardians of Peace were only targeting Sony Pictures, and it was only over the movie The Interview. So you have to wonder what's going on and why Paramount Pictures is also feeling very, very paranoid these days. So the Guardians of Peace, anyway, they threatened a 9/11 type attack, and it would have been wonderful, of course, if they'd actually threatened 9/11 times 1,000, as the terrorists do in Team America World Police.
Durka Durka.
It's actually, I think it still holds up. It's got some very funny moments. It's got some spot on ideas about Hollywood, because Hollywood celebrities are really the target of this film. Like Hollywood celebrities, in terms of their excesses and in terms of their kind of grandiose statements about the world and politics, and how Hollywood celebrities tend to always sort of get on a bandwagon for anti-corporate events. It's primarily, of course, a piss take of Bruckheimer movies, and it's a very good piss take of Bruckheimer movies with wonderful production design and great attention to detail in terms of the look, but also in terms of the music score, which is a fantastic parody of a Bruckheimer movie score. It's also, I think, Trey Stone and or Matt Stone and Trey Parker had used the movie to sort of like vent about the things that they dislike. I mean, they basically hate Hollywood, and they hate Hollywood actors, and they hate celebrities. And of course, they've been, attacking them for years in South Park, and they really went at them in this. And so people like Alec Baldwin and Matt Damon and Samuel Jackson and Susan Sarandon and Janine Garofalo and Tim Robbins and Martin Sheen, and sort of like the liberal elite of Hollywood, who are the people who tend to get involved in these kind of like charity drives, and who pontificate about geopolitics and evil corporations. They're kind of like the film really goes after them, quite severely and quite strongly. And it's very funny. It is very funny. It's also rather homophobic. Probably, if you've seen the film, of course, it's quite, these guys, the guys who make South Park, they have a very strange politics. I mean, they're not leftist for sure, and they're not but they're not like reactionary, George Bush types either. But they do kind of have this kind of strange sort of conservatism built into them, and almost like a kind of a schoolboyish. They're still kind of like teenagers, sort of making kind of rude jokes when they want.
Durka Durka.
In spite of that, though, I do think it's a very funny film, and I do think it's actually worth seeing. So unfortunately, you can't see this on Christmas Day, but of course you can always watch it at home. So yes, you will not be able to see that. So I hope you have a very happy Christmas. Maybe you'll have to go and see Exodus Gods and Kings instead of the interview. And hopefully one day I'll be able to actually talk about the interview. Maybe I'll actually get a chance to see it. I may have to illegally download it to watch it, but don't tell anyone about that. And maybe if I do that, then I will come on here and I will give a review of it. In the meantime, have a very, very happy and a very, very safe Christmas. And I'll see you after Christmas at some point. I'll be prattling on about something, but not this, not the interview. Something else completely. Bye.
Durka Durka. Hi. Probably, as you know, no, sorry. There's been this massive hack of Sony Pictures by somebody calling. Hi. It's been a very, very strange couple of weeks sorry.
Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad. Hi. Hi. I want to talk about Team America. Hi. I want to talk about Team America World Police from. Hi. I want to talk about Team America World Police from 2004, celebrating its 10th anniversary, and which was to have been shown next week on Christmas Day at several movie. Are you slow? Being shown at the Alamo Drafthouse in Austin, Texas, as well as some other cinemas, in replacement of. I mean, I honestly can't believe that the guys who made Pineapple Express are somehow going to be responsible for igniting what could be World War III. This is a very funny comedy about a couple of guys, or about Team America World Police. It's a very, and of course, the other target, the other, are
Dirk. Hello. Hello. Are you slow? Are you slow? And then leaked online by somebody calling a group calling themselves the Guardians of Peace, and nobody knows quite. Start again. Would have been better if they'd even said it was like 9/11, but whoa, sorry again. And in which case, it'll be a very curious thing to see. Will it be downloaded as?